Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious minds, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweepers. Coming like we coming, you can't even count. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known, America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, saved facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me, maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
It's in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the damn by King's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog.
This video taken by the ISUPK is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's repentant.
Niggas want me dead. Crackers too, but these coon ass niggas, they for the feds. My stick full of lead. In case these whole niggas try me, man, I'ma have to make that bed. No need to even flex. Cause how I walk it, how I talk it, let you know my speech direct. You heard what I said. Another move, your life flashing through your mind, now you're big. And I'm fresh like a motherfucker. Niggas hating cause they more want us. I'm just coolin' by myself, but now they all on me. Shut up, bitch, eat a dick, I don't wanna love you. Sip that pool wow, got your laced up out your shoe now. Look what you finna do, wow, it's hot. Hop around these niggas till you flop. I'm busy getting mine, but all these niggas wanna duck. But it's cool, let me know I'm on the top. Steady in the courtroom, always fighting cops. Call the white man the devil, and that's off the top. So they try to stop my movement with a block, but I beat the case every damn time, so they watch. Waiting on a nigga to try to make me slip up. Walking up on me like homeboy, what's in your cup? Do you have any drugs? Well, let me see the slugs. Make it your bitch ass back, get mad, you ain't getting love. Your wife made you clip your damn nuts, yeah, I know. Crazy what coon people will do for these hoes. But I ain't even pressed, I see why you going on. My nigga, you dead wrong, bust a nut, get it on.
Black and white land, shit is crazy. Black and white land, shit is crazy.
I'm freshen up, cleaner than a motherfucker. Good juice in my cup is redder than the blood sucker. Drip on leak, yeah, drip on me. Hey, talking about, but what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, you see these damn bitches, they be choosing on me. But I don't want the bitch, but that bitch drooling on me. I get the walking on the cause she wanna moving with me. But I won't have it cause she easy like spaghetti, homie. Unleash it to the G. Who is he, that nigga from SC? Get your level straight before you approach a G. Zion TC 0013. Sits on the stick, it got me cruising off the scene. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, nigga, yeah. They nigga be hating, but they can't penetrate us. Trying to shoot at us now later, but I'ma get you now. Potato on the barrel, blang, blow.
But even 30 years later, videos don't necessarily lead to convictions of officers. Advocates for reform say that needs to change.
This a Batman tune, I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit, alright? Run that joint.
Looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog. You with us or not? We can get it on when it's on. It don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, We in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. J. Cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch, think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze, I'm one West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man. Shit, got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock 5 rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Wednesday night history class. Also, remember, check out Commanding General Hannah's radio show, 2 a.m. UK time, on a Wednesday, I believe. Monday and a Wednesday. We have classes here, Monday through Friday. We have them live in the physical school, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have them online, Tuesday and Friday. I can give yourselves a hand, man. We just got done with that Day of Atonement, man. Yo, that's right. Woo. It was rough. It was rough, man. But now, imagine your body needs food and drink, and you was able to not give it that. Imagine what your body don't need. Now you don't need to give into your pleasures and your desires. Now you can say, you know what? I done the Day of Atonement, and my body wanted food and drink for all those 24 hours, and I didn't give in. Imagine what else you can do, man. There's tons more you can do. Listen, you see, Day of Atonement. Day of Atonement is a good place to start, man. Day of Atonement is a good place for you to say, you know what? I done this, man. I strengthened everything in me, man. I strengthened everything in me. It's a good place to start. Listen, man. Day of Atonement is a good place to start if you want to go on a diet also, man. After the Day of Atonement, you can be like, you know what? Well, I didn't eat junk that I usually eat every day for 24 hours. Now is a good place for me to start eating greens, start drinking water, all of those kind of things. So Day of Atonement can help you do certain things. But I'm a jump right in. Also, any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll get to your questions. So Lucky Hakan, if you could read that for me, Baba Kishar.
Yeah, color one card, so I gotta zoom in on this thing here, Mr. Rocky.
Is it small?
It's only because I'm on the phone, other one. All right.
No sweat for today's class. For today's class, we'll just go into some scriptures. Let me get the book of Isaiah, chapter 58. If anything, we'll just go to the Rome topic next week. It's true.
Salaki, one moment, sir. I'm just gonna get my Bible. Salaki.
All right, no, sir. So, any questions? Just put them in the chat. Listen, man. Today we're gonna give you some breakdowns today. Yeah. So we're gonna start off in the book of. Hold on, bear with me. We're gonna start from the book of Isaiah, chapter 58. We're going to Rome. Probably next week when we got more time. We'll go into it next week.
Salaki, the one. I don't have no Bible here with me either. I'm not at my home.
Sorry, say that again.
I don't have no Bible here with me neither.
God damn. All right, no, sir.
I can read it on the form, though. I can read on the thing.
You can read it on the phone.
Yeah, I can read it. I just zoom in on it.
Oh, on the screen. You can read this on the screen.
Rome was a city founded on murder.
We'll try and do this today. All right, no, sir. Go ahead.
Rome.
How can is that a headpiece?
Yeah, it's a headpiece. Yeah.
Oh, most of Christ. All right, no, sir.
I just ain't got nothing on it. It's lucky.
No, sir.
Yeah, can't. Rome was a city founded on murder. It
says Rome was a city founded on murder. So Rome, which everybody knows, the Roman Empire started from Rome, and it was founded upon murder. How was it founded upon murder? Because one man murdered his brother and named the city after himself. So that's why it says it was founded upon murder. So Rome is what? When you read the Bible, it says, woe to him that builds a city with blood. Rome was built with blood. Rome started with blood. That's how Rome was built. Rome was built in a nice way where a man got concrete and built a city and said to people, come on, let's build a city. And they all worked together and got paid. Rome didn't start like that. Rome started with a man that killed his brother and claimed that they was raised by Roman gods and Lupercal and all this nonsense. But it's like, go ahead.
Sorry. So the Roman Mystery part's true. Obviously, the wolf part's fake.
Thank you. Right, cool. So I could go ahead, Hakim.
Can't, sir. In 753 BC, the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, at the head of a small band of exile and malcontents, dug the defense of the tiny village that was to become the capital of the empire that stretched from Scotland to the Sahara and beyond.
So now it lets you know this empire stretched from Scotland to the Sahara and beyond. Now the reason it stretched to Scotland is why? Because Septimius Severus took the Roman Empire to Scotland. Go ahead.
But excitement soon turned to tragedy. The brothers quarreled, and Romulus killed his twin. More problems were soon to follow. Romulus had only a handful of supporters.
So now Romulus, who Rome is named after, he said he had only a handful of followers. Go ahead.
So where were the citizens for the new city to be found?
So now he had a handful of followers, and he needed more followers in that city. So now, how did he get those followers? Go ahead.
The answer was from all comers. Romulus declared his city an asylum and welcomed any exiles, refugees, runaway slaves, and criminals who chose to take up residency.
So now he's starting to get everybody into the city because he knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to build the empire. So he's taking asylum, slaves, citizens, rich people, poor people. He's taking them all. And that's why when you did look at Rome, Roman citizens could be any color, any nationality, from any walk of life, so forth. So back then, he allowed everyone to be part of Rome. Go ahead.
Khan. Rome was a city populated entirely by, in the ancient sense of the term, which is not so very far from our own, asylum seekers.
So now they said Rome was populated by asylum seekers, meaning people that are seeking asylum, running from one place, trying to come there. Those kind of people populated it, saying, go ahead.
Khan. That took care of the men. But where were the women to be found?
Rome was full of men. Rome was full of men at this point. They had so much men, and now they needed women. Why? Because what would happen if all the men died and there's no women? That would be the end of the Roman Empire. So now they needed women to fill up this Roman Empire. Go ahead.
Khan. But where were the women to be found to make the wives and mothers in his new state? Here Romulus resorted to mean trickery. He invited some of the neighboring peoples to a religious festival.
Now he threw a religious festival, and he invited the neighbors of Rome, which would have been other people that was around Italy and so forth. So he invited them to a religious festival. Go ahead.
And when he gave the signal, he had his lads run off with the young female guests.
So now the women that came out to this party, they thought they was coming to party, and Romulus gave the signal to his men, and they then kidnapped these women. Go ahead.
The next slide, sir, please.
No, you didn't finish with this one.
Oh, okay. So my bad. Sorry. This so-called rape of the Sabine women.
So now the rape of the Sabine brides. So now that's how Rome got their women. There's a women that came to a festival, and Rome kidnapped them and raped them. And then after that, then the men of these women wanted to go to war with Rome. Why? Because their women was kidnapped and raped. So that's how they got women for this empire. So first they opened the door to asylum, let everybody in. And then in order to get women, they tricked them, they invited them to a party, religious festival. And in this festival, they gave a signal, they kidnapped all them women, and then raped those women and so forth. And then in the end, hold on, I think we're going to get into that part a bit later on. But yes, Lucky, go ahead, Lucky.
Compton. He has appealed to this so-called rape of the Sabian women, has appealed to writers and artists ever since as a story of violence, lust, and hard-headed political expedients.
So now, they said this appeals to writers as violence, and it is violence, man. Now, understand this. There was a time in the hold on, let me get that scripture in the Bible. Right? The one when we asked, like, if you can put the scripture where we wanted women, when Benjamin wanted women.
See, Judges that chapter, innit?
I can't remember, you know. So now, when Rome wanted women, they kidnapped them and raped them. That's what they did, man. Now let me show you how we get women. I'm gonna read that out of the book of, I believe it's in the book of Judges. So we're gonna read that out of the book of Judges. The difference between us and them. How Rome gets women is to knock them over the head and kidnap them and invite them to a party and rape them, and that's how Rome gets women. That's how Edomites get women, man. Now I'm gonna show you how we get women. This is how we get women, man. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, you got it. All right,
21, let me get it.
All right, so we're going to read that, the book of Judges, chapter 21 and verse 21. This is how we get women, man.
Judges 21. 21 and 21. And see, And behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in dances, then come ye out of the vineyards and catch you every man his wife.
There you go, man. It says, yo, when the women come out to dance, go out there and get you a woman, man. It says, catch you every man his wife. Now, how do we catch women? Spitting game, man. That's how we catch women. We spit game to women. We tell them, yo, look, man, you're looking good, man. You're looking good, man. You tell them, yo, you're looking good, man. So you find one you like. It's like how black men get women in the club. You find one you like, you have your eyes set on her, you wait for her to look at you, and then that gives you the green light. She's interested, man. We wait to know if we make sure women's interested. That's what we do. We don't do what Rome does. Rome will invite you and beat you up and kidnap you away from the party and force themselves on you. We don't do that, man. The way we get women is we catch the women dancing, man. We see them dancing, we go over to them, yo, hey, I would like to dance too.
That's right.
So we go drop some lines to her, man. Say, yo, I want to dance with you, man. And from there, she's gonna let you know if you say yes or no. So I'm saying we ain't like Rome, man. There's no one that is there. That was it. Right, so okay, I can get me back on the. Let me get this slide.
Can't. In about 350 BC, Romans developed. That thing is in the way.
It says a story about how their
ancient cities was first founded.
So now they're gonna develop a story on how Rome was founded. Go ahead.
It was a story that would seek to trace their ultimate origins back to a remote past beyond even the age of Romulus and Remus.
So now they're going to go back to before Romulus and Remus. So now this is when they try and tie it in to all the false gods and so forth. So everybody has a story where they like to go back and say, because before this was this and this and this. So now they're going back. Go ahead.
Khan. At the time of Salakia, at the time, the Romans were a people from a powerful city-state in Italy, but they were also beginning to strut on the international stage of the Mediterranean. There was civilization in particular, which they came into greater and greater contact, that of the Greeks in the East.
And everyone knows the Roman Empire overthrew the Greeks. So now they're starting to come into contact with the Greeks, because it was the Roman Empire that took down the Greek Empire and then kept a lot of the Greek customs. So when you look at Rome and Greece, they're near enough similar. Rome just copied all the gods of Greece and just gave them different names. Go ahead.
Khan. This was an enticing older world, rich in myth.
Now it's like, that Greece was rich in myth. So once Rome heard about Greece, then they started to adopt a lot of what was going on in Greece. And that's why you'll find that certain gods in Greece is the same as in Rome, and they just changed the names. They tweaked the names a little bit, but overall, it's the same gods with different names. Let's go ahead.
Khan. Rich in myth, history, sophistication, wealth, and influence.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the Romans. It was one the Romans wanted to connect with, to be part of, to measure up to.
So now that's why Rome started to copy the Greek gods, because they wanted to measure up with it. So they wanted to measure up with Greece. So now what you'll find is all the gods in Greece is the same gods in Rome. So I think Rome will have Venus, or is Venus the Greek one? Rome will have Venus or someone. The Romans will have Venus. Like Italians will have Venus, and the Greeks will have Poseidon and Hercules and all of those things. So they'll have gods like Thor, and who's the god of war again? What's his name again? The one from the video game. What's his name again?
Thor.
Nah, the god of war is, what's his name? Kratos. I only know that from the video game. But yeah, Greeks got all these myths of they got a god of war, god of sunshine, god of grass, god of this. Whereas with us, we've got one god.
That's right.
They have a god for every single thing, a separate one. And then with them, now when it's summer, that means one god's fighting against the god of winter. They believe in all of that kind of nonsense. Whereas we just know, obviously, the Lord created different climates.
The Greeks got it from the Egyptians, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah. So it all started from the Egyptians and it just passed down. And then the Greeks got it. Then now the Romans got it. And this is the nonsense that they do. Now we don't do these things. We understand that you have to have climate change in order for crops and stuff to grow, man. We understand life works that way. With them, they believe that, all right, then in the nighttime, they believe there's a God that pulls a blanket over the sky. Because they're thinking it's dark, so he must pull a blanket over the sky. So that's the nonsense that they believe, what we don't believe. So Lucky, go ahead.
One of the ways they achieved that was to adopt a foundation story they could share with.
It says one of the ways they achieved that was to adopt a foundation story. So now they learn a lot of the stuff from the Greeks, man. And that's why Rome and Greece is so similar, because they adopted a lot of the Greek nonsense. Go ahead.
To share with that more ancient civilization whenever Greeks and Romans met.
So now, whenever Greeks and Romans met, both of them wanted to have a story. Now, the Greeks have got the story of their gods and Mount Olympus. There's a place in Greece called Mount Olympus where they believe all the gods live on the mountain. And Zeus is at the top of that mountain because I think Zeus is their top god, right? So that's where you get Olympics from. So the Olympics comes from Mount Olympus. So there's a mountain called Mount Olympus where all the Greek gods live. They must be up there doing sports and training and whatnot. So now they've come up with the Olympics. So a lot of the things we do today has roots in Greek culture because the Romans took on a lot of what the Greeks had. That's Lucky. Go ahead.
It was the story of the Trojan Aeneas. Later, at the height of the Roman Empire, it would come to be seen by some as the moment when the ancient Greek world began its transformation into the new Roman order.
So even history understands that the Greek world translated into the Roman world. They just copied the same customs, the same culture, the same gods, but changed the name. Why? Because they wanted a story like the Greeks. Salaki, if you could give me that, I'm not sure.
Although the story is a myth anchored in the very ancient past, its theme gets to the heart of early Roman history, conflict, and Italian countryside. It would not be the first and only time that war and rural quiet land of Italy bled into each other. Indeed, in 350 BC, at the time of the myth's creation, those two schemes...
350 BC, at the time of the myth's creation. So even they understand that this whole Greek stuff is a myth and the Roman stuff is a myth. While it is, a lot of the things that we believe comes from Greece and Rome, and it's all myths. Like we believe nonsense like if you break a mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. That comes from Rome, I believe. Whereas they believe that after 7 years, everything renews. So that's why they say you have 7 years bad luck because everything renews after 7 years. So that's why they say you get 7 years bad luck. So a lot of the things that we follow today comes from them. A lot of it is foolishness, like down to little things like at weddings, bridesmaids, for example. The reason they had bridesmaids is why? Because with the bride, the bride believed that a demon was out to attack her, and she would have a bridesmaid to trick this demon to not attack her, but to attack one of the bridesmaids. So that's why they would have nonsense like all of that nonsense comes from Greece and Rome and all of those things. All of that from the Lucky, go ahead.
like everyone, is that similar to where Jamaicans and that we have things like putting the bread over the door will stop demons coming in,
Yes.
those
All
type
of
of
that.
things.
Listen, it's all of that nonsense. Listen, that's exactly what it is. Jamaicans put bread on the door. They throw salt over their shoulder. They don't put umbrella up in the house. A lot of these things comes from Greeks and Romans. It's not.
Okay.
That's where we get a lot of it from.
Right.
We believe all that nonsense. So yeah. The Romans just copy from the Greeks, and then what do? Now we copy from both of them, and that's why we say things like Mother Nature. There's no such thing as Mother Nature. Mother Nature was a Greek god called Gaia, and she was in charge of like disasters. So now when something bad happens and you say Mother Nature, what you're doing is disrespecting the Lord, because you're saying, "Nah, God didn't do that. That's Mother Nature. It's natural. It's not a natural disaster. The Lord did it, man." The Lord says, "Can evil be done in the city, and I have not done it."
Right.
Says, man. So when you say, "Yeah, Mother Nature," yeah, that storm was Mother Nature. No. That storm was a sign from the Lord saying, "Yo, change your life, man." That's what that storm is, man. Go ahead.
So like the one, did you just bring out a preset saying something about evil? So like the one, did you bring out a precept of the one? Did you just say a precept about something about evil that I have done in the Lord? Did you just say that? Oh, can you tell me what that precept is, please?
It's in Amos. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, bear with me.
The one, yeah.
Controller.
All right, so the book of let me get there. It's in the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Bear with me.
Can't go on. Amos 3 and 6.
Hold on. Well, is your because you hold on? Let me read it for you.
Yeah, I don't have my Bible, so like him.
Oh, you got it. Go there.
Nah, I don't. So like I don't have it. So like I don't have it, sir. So like I don't have. So like.
All right, the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Right. Surely God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And listen, man. The Lord, all of them storms and tsunamis and all of those things.
Yeah.
The city, have not the Lord done it, man? All of those things comes from the Lord. All of them. And it's plain and simple. There's no way around it, man.
So I done the one. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Indeed, in 350 BC, at the time of the myth's creation, those two spears of Roman life were fast becoming stitched into a single fabric. Early Roman citizens were both farmers and part-time soldiers.
So now the Roman citizens were farmers and part-time soldiers. Go ahead.
Color one can. In both war and agriculture, Romans humbly and piously called upon the traditional gods to sanction their endeavors and bring success to them and their families.
So now this is when they start introducing these pagan gods that they used to follow. That's lucky, go ahead.
Color one can. Lucky, you know these pagan gods are the one, yeah. What are pagan gods, Salakia?
Sorry, we'll say that again. What are pagan gods?
Yeah.
Basically, just idols that they would worship. So they was just idol worshippers. So that's what a pagan would be, someone that worships an idol. So that's what they believe.
Right.
So they all of that nonsense. Howard Murphy said the Romans white or black, which ones? So these Romans right here would have been white. These would have been ones that was living in Italy. So these would have been the Edomites of Edomites. So that's who they would have been.
Right.
It's lucky. Go ahead, Hakia.
The cycles of the agricultural year and the season of military campaigning were the same too. March, the month of Mars, the god of war.
So now all the months that we have today are named after pagan gods. So you have March, which is named after Mars. You have July, now named after Julius Caesar. You have, I think you have August named after Caesar Augustus. You have, all of them are named after some. All of them are named after some type of Roman god. Down to the days of the week. Monday's named after the moon. I think Tuesday's Trig. Of Chew or Trig, I can't remember. Wednesday's Woden. Thursday's 4. I think Friday's 3. Saturday is Saturn, and then Sunday is the so-called Sun's Day. So all the days of the week are named after pagan gods. Listen, I had a lunatic say to me, "Oh, we can't say the days of the week, so we have to call it day 1 or day 2." I said, "Good luck." I said, "Good luck getting far with that, man." So you're about to confuse the hell out of everyone that you come to contact with. Imagine you tell a nigga, "Come, I'll see you on day 2." Day 2 to you would be Monday. Day 2 to him would be Tuesday, based on when you both work out when the start of the week is. So don't be simple and think you can't say the days of the week. We know you don't believe that nonsense, but it's just you're not trying to be a barbarian. Yeah, you're just not trying to be a barbarian. But Lucky, go ahead, Hakian. Actually, that was good. Oh, that's like, this one too small.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller than one.
Hold on, let me see if
the poet Virgil, who composed the epic story of Aeneas. Aeneas' foundation of Rome.
Skip down to the bottom one. Jump to the bottom one if it's a bit. Hold on.
The messy brutality of civil war. This was the true theme of Rome's foundation.
But now they said war was the true theme of Rome's foundation. Like Rome was founded upon blood and war and all of those kind of things. Go ahead.
It was one that would reverberate throughout the history of the empire that the city-state would create.
Mm.
It would characterize the eventual fall of Rome.
And now that led to eventual fall of Rome. Why? Because Rome was trying to be at war with everybody. That's what Rome was trying to do. Rome was trying to war with everybody. And now this led to the eventual fall of Rome. Why? Because they didn't just win. They didn't quit while they was ahead. If Rome had quit while they was ahead, they might have been all right. But they didn't know how to quit while they was ahead. That's lucky. Go ahead.
As its earliest foundation and its incredible rise. The site of the city that the mythical Aeneas first set eyes on was located 24 kilometers, 15 miles inland near a river. The Tiber, made up of 7 compact hills. It seems today like a small, unprepossessing place for the capital of an empire that...
They're saying now it seems small compared to how big the empire was, but now this is letting you know where they started. That's where they started. Go ahead.
The next slide, sir.
Let's look. Go ahead.
There was no immediate port giving on the sea trade routes, and the marshes lying at the bottom of the hills, subject to overspills from the Timber or the Tiber, had to be drained before settlement could spread there. Nevertheless, on the Palestine Hill, the future residents of Rome, of Roman emperors, a series of stone and wooden shepherd huts formed the first settlement
Now
at the
this is
very start of the Iron Age in 1000 BC.
this formed their first settlement. So go ahead.
And from that time on, it would be continually inhabited. By the 7th century BC, that community on the Palestine joined together with others on the Quirinal, Aventine, and Calian hills. Soon the Esquil and Viminal hills also were deforested, leveled, and terraced to make homes for other settlers. The Capitoline
Making homes,
Hill,
settlers in Rome and the hills they had. Go ahead.
which was nearest to the river, became the settlement's acropolis.
So now
And
this
the
is
home,
now this is listing the hills and what they would use the hills for, because now in Rome, Rome was founded upon what? Hills. Rome was founded upon 7 hills. So when you read in the Bible, how much heads does the dragon have? 7.
7.
And Rome was founded upon what? 7 hills, man.
Oh, that's a good precept.
Mhm. So now this lets you know that the hills that it was founded upon. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. There with me. Yeah, it says the 7 hills of Palatine Hill, traditionally the site where Romulus founded Rome. Then the Capitoline Hill, home to important temples like the Temple of Jupiter. Aventine Hill, associated with plebeians, common citizens. So now a pleb is someone poor and a tramp and whatnot. So they got next one, Celian Hill, Esquiline Hill, Viminal Hill, Curian Hill. And now these hills were central to Rome's origin. So a lot of people know Rome for these 7 hills that it was near enough founded upon. But so okay, go ahead. Let me know. I can skip this one if it's too small.
No, I can get through this.
No, sir.
You can. Hold on, Slovakia. And the home of the temple of the shepherds, principal deity, Jupiter, the areas of the foot of the hills of these hills.
They had a hill for the idols of Rome. So this one was like Jupiter and the temples and so forth. So they would have the temples and all of those kind of things. Slovakia, go ahead.
Once the place where the shepherds grazed, once the place where the shepherds grazed their flocks was drained and filled, and the meeting place of the Roman Forum soon formed the citizens' epicenter.
Philistine, what do you mean? Search up Zamin. What do you mean? Slovakia, go ahead.
But while the site of the capital of the future Roman Empire was perhaps unexpected,
Shows Zamin is some black something from what I remember. But Slovakia, go ahead.
It did have natural advantages for an expansion into Italy.
So now
those hills
were advantages for them to expand into Italy, but afterwards you'll find out that what Romans basically took over all of Italy eventually, man. Took over Italy, started taking over other people's lands, countries. The Roman Empire was a big empire, man. And then after that, the British Empire then picked up where the Roman Empire left off. But that's lucky. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. Those hills, for example, formed a natural defense against invaders. Next one, sir. Oh. No, that's not you, other one. It's me. It's me. It's me. Salakia.
Okay, let me see if we need that at the bottom. Actually, yeah, go ahead.
Etruria, to the north, its sandwiching between these two civilizations is reflected in the language the Romans used. They spoke a dialect of the language of the Latins, but it was the.
So now they spoke a dialect of Latin.
But it was the.
The Etruscans. Now with them, they was like some early civilization in Italy. So when you see them, that's who they are. It's an early civilization. Certain time BC in Italy. Go ahead.
Etrurians, yeah. Themselves influenced by the Greeks, who predominantly gave the Romans their alphabet.
See,
however,
says the Greeks gave the Romans their alphabet because why? The Greeks were smart when it came to things like medicine, mathematics, measurements. The Greeks were smart with all of those things. So now a lot of people started to take things from Greece. So what you'll find out is people tell you, oh, Muhammad was great, Muhammad was this, Muhammad medicine, this and that. When the Greeks had these things before Muhammad, the Greeks was doing a lot of these things before Muhammad. So for them to make out like Muhammad's so great, that means they'll have to give some credit to the Greeks. Because the Greeks was building shit way before Muhammad existed. Yes, lucky, go ahead. Listen, the Greeks knew about that river that the claim Muhammad talked about. They knew about that before Muhammad. They knew about that before him. Because there's like, how could a man know that it was one side salty, one side sweet, and they don't meet in the middle? Listen, Greeks, all of this stuff, Greeks knew about all of this stuff. Greeks knew all of this a long time ago. That's lucky. Go ahead.
However, the Etrurians gave the Romans much more than writings. They gave them their early rulers too.
Exactly. Letting you know that Rome just copied from the Greeks. That's what Rome did. Copied a lot of stuff you see in Rome, they got from the Greeks. Go ahead.
Hello, Khan. Between 753 and 510 BC, Rome was ruled by kings. The last three of whom were Etrurians. The first, according to the legend. That's a lot better, this one. Was Romulus and his story in keeping with, I can't get that bit because I can't see, with belligerent theme of his ancient ancestors, Aeneas. That's lucky. Is that right though? Aeneas. Aeneas. Oh, you'd have thought that would have derived from anus, right?
That's just a lot of that is just Greek names. So Greeks will have all of them weird kind of names. Greeks got weird names like this. If you look at a list of Greek names and Roman names, all of their names like Ptolemy and all of those kind of things. But while it is, a lot of us black people pronounce their names wrong. I'm sure Ptolemy's name is Ptolemy.
Ptolemy, yeah.
See, so it's pronounced Ptolemy, but obviously a lot of us say Ptolemy. So because we're not Greek or or Roman, a lot of the names we'll pronounce them kind of wrong.
Right. Romulus and his twin brother Remus were the sons of.
Romulus and Remus. So now, like we said, Romulus was what? The founder of Rome. Go ahead.
Kalawan Khan. Were the sons of Mars,
So
the
now
god of war.
now they've come up with a story that they're the sons of Mars, the god of war. So now they come up with this whole story now. So now this is how they came up with the story of how they were suckled by a she-wolf and all of these kind of things. So this is how they came. So it all ties into this.
Yeah, you done.
So okay, go ahead.
So like the one. Sorry about that. I was just.
Say that again, Hakeem.
Just because I thought you finished.
Say that again.
You done a class on that a while back. Salaki, I say you done a class on that a long time, a little while back. I remember the class of that. Yeah.
Remember?
When they slept with the bull or something, innit? Something like that.
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah. Lupical, I remember now.
This ties in with that, yeah?
Yeah, so this is where it come from. So now they would have came up with this, and then once they wanted to attach it to a holiday, that was the holiday that they attached it to, and then that's the holiday that Black people celebrate today. So Black people celebrate Lupercalia is what? Chris, I'm sure it's Lupercalia. I can't remember. Easter, it might be Easter. I can't remember which one it is. I've gone over so much I can't even remember. But one of them is Yule. One of them is Lupercalia. All of those holidays that came from Rome and so forth that people celebrate today, it all goes back to Rome and so forth. So what you're celebrating today ain't nothing new. It's a Roman holiday which goes against God, because you're following a man whose empire was founded upon bloodshed. So that's how Rome was founded. But Salaki, go ahead.
Salaki, so can someone just carry on reading? I've just got to answer the door quickly. Salaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salaki.
Says his twin brother Remus were the sons of Mars, the god of war, abandoned by their jealous great uncle and exposed to the wilderness of Latium. They were saved when a she-wolf, an ancient figure of ferocity, suckled them. So now that's the story that they came up with. They came up with the story of the she-wolf. Hold on, let me see if I might be able to just pull it on Wikipedia. Hold on. Let me give you a backdrop on the story. Bear with me. All right, so now this is the she-wolf. Say she-wolf, Roman mythology. Now, something which is a myth is not true. So even they understand that it's not true. So it says in the Roman foundation myth, the she-wolf Lupa in Latin was an Italian wolf who nursed and sheltered the twins Romulus and Remus after they were abandoned in the wild by the decree of King Amulius of Alba Longa. She cared for the infants at her den, a cave known as Lupercal, until they were discovered by shepherd Faustulus. Romulus would later become the founder and first king of Rome, and both twins became famous throughout history as the founders of the Rome we know today. It says the image of the she-wolf suckling the twins has been a symbol of Rome since ancient times and is one of the most recognizable icons of ancient mythology. So that's why when you see that picture of a she-wolf suckling two babies, that comes from ancient Rome and Romulus and Remus. And they made up this story. Why? Because they wanted to match the Greeks with a story. So they know if we give our beginning some crazy story, then people probably follow this empire because they'll hear the origin and think that, yeah, God's with us. So now they still claim they got suckled by a she-wolf. They're the children of Mars and so forth. And it says, Origins, there is evidence that the wolf had a special place in the world of the ancient peoples of Italy. One legend claims that the Hapini people were so called because when they set out to find their first colony, they were led to its location by a wolf. So now a lot of people started to make up lies that was led to locations by wolves, and we know that that didn't happen. It says the tale of the Lupercal is central to that of the twins, and probably predates theirs to the Roman god Mars. The wolf is a sacred animal. There's an ongoing debate about a connection to the ancient Roman festival of the Lupercalia, and there's definitely a connection. So now that ancient festival Lupercalia is what people celebrate today when they start celebrating these pagan holidays. You're celebrating a lot of these pagan holidays which comes from Rome and predates Rome. It says in Greek mythology, Apollo's mother Leto is reported to have given birth to him as a she-wolf to evade Hera. So now they believe in all of this turning into animals and turning out away from animals. That's what they believe, and this is why a lot of their culture. Damn, I don't think it's on the screen. Good night. Damn, imagine all the time we went on the stage.
Good
night. So yeah, the predates there to the Roman god Mars. The wolf is a sacred animal. There's an ongoing debate about a connection to the ancient Roman festival of the Lupercalia. In Greek mythology, Apollo's mother, Leto, is reported to have given birth to him as a she-wolf to evade Hera. I don't think I need to do more of this. Hold on. Bear with me. I can drop that now. So now, that's what they believed. So now they believe that nonsense. Okay.
Yeah, was Romulus and his story of keeping.
Our RM project said Romans, both white and black. It said most Romans started the Republic with white. But at the height of the empire, there are a lot of populations of the empire, such as the most, who would be considered black. So that's later on in Roman history. But what we at right now is the origins of Rome. So at first, this is when Rome would have been full of white people that was predominantly from Italy. They went and invaded their neighbors and wanted their neighbors to join. So that's before they started to spread out to the rest of the world. Once they started to spread out to the rest of the world, if you was a citizen of Rome, they would consider you a Roman. But at this time, these ones were predominantly white. Until later on, you started to have black people that was a part of the Roman Empire. Because how do we know this white? Because there was black Roman empires, no black Roman emperors. Hold on, let me pull up a black Roman Empire. Let me see if there's. Bear with me. All right, so actually, I don't need to put, but then there was Septimius Severus, who was who was a black man. And how do you know? Because his kids left the coin. Hold on. Let me find it. Where they defaced it with one of his sons on there.
They don't know with scholars up here.
I'm just trying to find the one that I'm looking for. It's easier if I had the book. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Where is it coming up? Maybe if I type in that, it will come up. All right, this is the one I was looking for. All right, let me pull it up. So now, this is one of the coins. Well, this is one of the images of Septimius. Why is it up? Let me add it to this page. Let me remove that. All right, right here is one of the coins. So you can see Septimius Severus up there. Black man. One of his sons down there is defaced.
Right.
One of his sons did what? Killed his other son. So now he defaced him and didn't want his image on there. So he defaced him. So he screwed him out. So that's why the image is like that. With black Roman emperors. You also had what's his name, during the year of the five, I think I want to say it was called the year of the five. His name was Pesinius Niger, and we know that Niger means black. So you had Pesinius Niger, another black Roman emperor. So yes, we know that there was black people in the Roman Empire. Because why? One of the greatest Roman emperors of all time was black. Because they say Septimius Severus was so great that he started to increase the soldiers' wages. He increased their wages and done all of those things for them. So there definitely was black people that was running the Roman Empire. I mean, damn, the Bible says that Paul was a Roman citizen, man. So we know that there's black people in the Roman Empire. That's lucky. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Sir.
Oh yeah, so you said Septimius was from Libya, yeah, and at that time, when you do the history, a lot of Jews went to that region, and the real Jews are black. A lot of them went to that region. Also, with what's his name as well, Spartacus. A lot of them was there also. I can't remember the exact location, but I'll get it for you next week. I know I went over it maybe a year or two ago. I had the location and hold on, I think it was called. Was it? Bear with me. Let me see if I can find it. I want to see if it's the right one. Bear with me. Hold on. Bear with me. Let me pull it up.
What was it?
All right, bear with me. So now, here it says 3rd century BCE. Jews settled in. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's not the right one. That's a later one. There's earlier ones than this. But this is letting you know that they had they had tons of Jews that settled in Libya. But I want to go back before this, because there was a time when Jews settled there. Wait, I don't know if that one was on the screen. But it's lucky. Go ahead, Hakian. Read that one until I find what I'm looking for.
Khan. When Romulius and historians keeping a belligerent theme. Salakia, somebody's calling my phone. Another one. Salakia, just hang that up quick.
No, sir. Actually, let me hold on. Let me pull up this. So now those black people in Libya, Jews, the real Jews are back here. It says 3rd century BCE, Jews settled in Libya. The Jewish settlement in Libya dates back to the 3rd century BCE with a continuous presence until modern times. The Jewish population, part of the Sephardi Maghrebi Jewish community, was predominantly located in the western Tripolitania province. So now it says the Jews settled in Tripolitania, however you pronounce it. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm just trying to find what I'm looking for. All right, so now, bear with me here. All right, so we're going to get this one. It says Jews settled in Libya. So now, let me share my next screen. Share screen. Bear with me. All right, so here it says Lucius Septimius Severus was a Roman. He was born in Lectis Magna, Libya, in the Roman province of Africa. So now he was born in Lectis Magna. So now all you have to do now, you find out where was Lectis Magna. Bear with me. Let me find out where Lectis Magna was. So it says here, oh, hold on, I shared the wrong screen. Damn.
Okay.
All right, bear with me. Bear with me. Is that the one I want? All right, so here it says Lectis Magna, also known as Lepsis Magna, was a significant city in the ancient region of Tripolitania, and that's where the Jews was living. So the Jews was living in Tripoli, and where was Septimius born? The same city where the Jews was. So like here, go back to my slide. So now let me get back into what I was saying. Where was I? They were saving the she-wolf, an ancient figure of ferocity, suckled them. Later, the brothers that made the brothers were looked after and raised by shepherds. It was a start in life that made the twins tough, but also unforgiving. When they were adults, the brothers quarreled over who should be the brothers quarreled over who should be the founder of the city. So now Romulus and Remus quarreled over who should be rulers of Rome. And instead of them two saying, yo, we can both run this city together, obviously one had to kill the other. And you'll find out that their story is the same spirit that Cain had, the same spirit that Esau had. Their story starts with them killing their brother, and it's not frowned upon. So now, that after Romulus, there were 6 more kings of Rome. The reality is that perhaps only the last 3, Tarquinius, Priscus, Servius, Tullius, and Tarquinius the Proud, were real historical figures under these Etruscan kings. Key characteristics of the political system of early Rome were established, and they would resonate throughout the city's history. Let me get the next one down. I can't even see that one. Let me go back. RM projects. The point I was making is how Septimius Severus was a Jew. Now, would Septimius Severus call himself a Jew? No, he wouldn't. You know why? Because he was living under the Roman Empire. It's kind of like a black man today. He ain't gonna call himself a Jew unless he knows he's a Jew. So being a Jew ain't a religion. Being a Jew is a nationality. So when I'm saying Septimius Severus is a Jew, I'm talking about by blood. Why? Because we was living in that region. But he wouldn't call himself a Jew. Why? Because he's living amongst the Romans. So what he would call himself is Romans. He would call himself a Roman. He goes, yeah, but do we have evidence that Septimius was a Jew? I just told you the Jews was in that region. That's what I just told you. The Jews was in that region. The Jews was in that region right there. Where, all right, then you know what? If he wasn't a Jew, what was he? That's what I want to know. What was he? So you have to let me know what he was. I'll wait for your answer. Now, he might have just been a Libyan. Here we go. He definitely wasn't. So now you see what it is. He might have just been a Moor. Okay then. And if he was just a Moor, what nationality would a Moor be? Because a Moor is not a nationality, right? Moor just means black, and then over time, Arabs started to call themselves Moors. So, what is a Moor? You break down to me, what is a Moor? So you have to break down to me what is a Moor, because Moor just meant black in its early days. Then over time, Moor started to mean Arabs and everybody else and some other people with a little bit of a dark complexion. But hold on, let me get back to this. Now, of course, not everybody in Libya wasn't a Jew. But that's why I pointed out the region, because that region was full of predominantly Jews. Jews settled in that region. So that's what I'm showing you. Jews settled in that exact region where he was. That same region. They settled there. But one is you're trying to find everything to prove that he wasn't a Jew. When the Jews settled there. Hold on, let me get to this part. I can't see the part under the writing. Let me start here. It says century BC against the last of the Etruscan kings and crystallized a crucial political change. This revolutionary moment would become the most pivotal point in early Roman history. Nigga said, did I settle there? I settled in England. Listen, I settled in England and I'm a Jew. So, okay. It says would become the most pivotal point in early Roman history. From it was forged another key cornerstone in the Roman mentality, a desire for political freedom and a hatred of domination by one man. So in Rome, they didn't want one man to dominate. So they set up a system where they could vote for two men. So they started this whole voting thing, which we do today. I believe they call it the consul. Says, and had a hatred of domination by one man. Says the solution the Romans devised to the problem of rule by kings was the republic. The word does not imply a democracy, although it would have democratic elements, but means literally the public good, the state or the commonwealth. It was a system of government that evolved slowly over a long period of time and was subjected to continual tweaks and improvements as Rome's influence and power in Italy and the Mediterranean world increased. Above all, the Republic would see the power of imperium exercised not by kings, but by two annually elected office holders called consuls under the men. Hold on. No, I can't read this one. This one's too small. Hold on. Let me see what I can get from it. All right, so Aaron Projects, he said, no evidence that Timaeus was a Jew, my friend. I'm sorry, you don't need to reinvent history to reinforce agenda. Okay, Aaron Projects, what color was Septimius Severus? Let's just go with what color he was. So what color was Septimius Severus? Let me see. What color was he? He was brown or black. Okay, that's good enough for me. There you go. So what's your point? Septimius Severus was a black man. Can we say that? All right. Can we say Septimius Severus was a black man? Yes or no? If he was black, that doesn't mean he was a Jew. Aaron Projects, what is a Jew according to your understanding? Let me know what a Jew is according to your understanding. All right, so there wasn't really a conception of a black man as there is today. Aaron Projects, what is a Jew according to you? That's what I want to know. See, Aaron Projects, this is where you're going wrong. This is why you're not understanding when I said to you Septimius Severus was a Jew. And this is why I said Septimius Severus wouldn't call him a Jew because he was a Roman. So now, let me go. Now, when you're reading the Bible lets you know the Jews are black. Now, a Jew is a man. A Jew is what? A descendant of Judah. Judah was a man. And Judah's children was called Jews. It's a nationality. And you said Septimius Severus was black. That's what you said. You said Septimius Severus was black. He said, where in the Bible? So, are you able to pull me up? Jacob's 12 sons so we can just read them?
All 12 sons,
yeah? Yeah. Pull me up. I'll show you now.
Jacob's 12 sons.
Yeah. I'll show you how you become a Jew. Well, how you are a Jew.
And the sons of Jacob.
Yeah, go ahead. So in order for you to be a Jew, you have to be a son of Jacob. You have to be an Israelite. Now, I get why you would say Jewish. Why? I get why you would say Jewish, because you're looking at Jew as a religion, whereas the real Jews, it's a nationality. The religion came what in like the 6th century? That's when Judaism came about, after the Khazar Empire and so forth. That's when the Jewish religion came about. The Jews that you're speaking of religion. I'm not speaking of Septimius Severus's religion. I'm speaking about Septimius Severus's nationality.
That's right.
That's the difference. We're speaking about two different things.
First Chronicles,
Yeah.
First Chronicles 2 and 1. These are the sons of Israel.
It says these were the sons of Israel. Go ahead.
God. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah.
Levi and Judah. So now, in order for you to be a Jew, you would have to be a what? A son of Judah. Had nothing to do with religion. So you said Judaism. Oh, okay, when did the religion Judaism? When did the religion Judaism come about?
He's not understanding. He's saying that. He's saying that Noah was in the Ark of Titus. We know it predates that. It's still not good.
Listen, Aaron projects. You're not understanding what I'm saying to you. This is what to do. Aaron projects. In order for me to get you questions in real time. See, now you're saying we have records of the Israelites in 1,000. Aaron projects. I said to you, the real Jews are black. I know the real Jews exist. I know the Jews existed in the time of Egypt. We know this from the Bible. What I'm saying to you is the religion Judaism came around later. You're getting the real Jews mixed up with Judaism. That's where you're going wrong. You're thinking of I'm talking about the real Jews and Judaism. Now, there's a separation between the two. The real Jews are black. And Judaism is a religion which came around after the Khazar Empire, because the Khazarians converted to Judaism. Hold on, let me pull that before we roll out. I might quickly get that for you. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm trying to find a good one. Bear with me. Bear with me. I don't know why this ain't giving me no good one. Hold on. Bear with me. You know what? It's not coming. Hold on. I might have. You know what? I might have this. Bear with me. You know what? I might have my PowerPoint from. You know what? Aaron Projects. I'm gonna help you out. Let me see if I still got my PowerPoint, because I went over this class. I want to say how long ago. It's not that one. Let's hope this loads. Okay, got it right here. Am I able to share this one to the screen? I should be able to, right?
Go back and sit. Over there. Try again.
What happened there?
Disconnection problem. Shit, I think.
This nigga think he calls.
You know, so go ahead. There you go.
We back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me All right, hold on. Let me pull up the PowerPoint. Where's the second one? All right, let's try. I don't think it's no, it's not. How do directly from audio? Yeah. No, I don't think so. Is there a way to comment straight?
Go on and shit.
Jeez.
Screen share. Window. Oh, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna help you out before. All right, so look at this right here. It says the history of the which for years.
That's it.
What do you say? Check this out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. The history of the Carbonet, which for years dominated steppes of southeastern Europe, as well as much of the steppe territory of Western Asia. Western Asia is important for a proper understanding of the history of early medieval Eastern Europe. Both extensive and enduring, this travel studies several important trade routes, serving as a channel for ideas, technology, and artistic influences, mostly through not only from east and south to north and west. Furthermore, the Khazars played a major role in the struggle between the competing Christian and Islamic empire. An independent Khazar state emerged in the 7th century, primarily based upon the lower courses of the mighty Volga and Don's River. The Khazar Khaganate then expanded to incorporate under its rule or influence of an array of different people from the originally not nomadic Turkic Khazars themselves. So now these people here, they came about in the 7th century. So if you do history on the Khazar Empire, you will see that there was a struggle between Christianity and Islam, and they didn't want to join either. Why? Because if they joined Christianity, what would happen? They would be on the rule of Constantine and the Byzantine Empire. If they joined Islam, they would be under the rule of the caliphate that was ruling at the time. So what did they want to do? They wanted to be what? A standard empire on its own. So they converted to what? Judaism. That's what they converted to. Hold on, bear with me. I'm just trying to find the part where it lets you know where they converted. Bear with me. See, right here, it says 2 basic facts emerged from our survey: the disappearance of the Khazar nation from its historic habitat and the simultaneous appearance in adjacent regions to the northwest of the greatest concentration of Jews since the beginning of the diaspora. That's all I'm gonna give you right there. So hopefully that answers your question. The Khazar Empire disappeared, Judaism came up. The real Jews are black, those Jews are the fake Jews. With that, we open the time. We'll be here tomorrow, scripture breakdown, 7 p.m. till 9. All right, with that, Shalom Israel.
Yay-Z, you know the chop. Ayazahab. Badness no sir. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bat fly when the clock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced. The key them in your head stop misbehaved. Catch his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking